give Vanderbilt a lot of credit. They have a great ball club, and they played an excellent game tonight. It all started with Matt Rubenthal, their starting pitcher. They did an outstanding job of executing pitches, changed speeds, kept the ball down in the strike zone, and offensively, they were really good tonight. Had a big inning in the fifth inning, and we just couldn't find a way to mount a comeback. Put together good at-bats. We had an opportunity late in the game, but just couldn't come up with a big hit. But overall, today's game was about Vanderbilt, their starting pitching. Offensively, they did a great job, and they deserved the win, and we wish them nothing but the best moving forward.
Questions?
Coach, your biggest takeaways from the season?
That's a tough question at this point. It's a tough moment. It's really hard to put into words, what you take away from the season 15 minutes or so after your final game of the year is over. I would say my biggest takeaway is just how grateful I am to all of our players, to all of these guys that, last year when I came in, embraced me, and I've embraced them. We hate to see our season end this way. We've got a great group of young men who sacrificed and worked extremely hard for this program and to try to put ourselves in this position, and they achieved a lot of great things. You just hate it for them. You hate it for the players for their season to end this way, especially the guys that are leaving the program who were seniors or juniors that have a chance to move on. So it's just a tough moment right now. Those guys have worked extremely hard. They did it the right way. We had great team chemistry this year. We had a group of guys that were selfless, that worked hard every day, poured their heart and soul into this program, into this team. We had a lot of highs and we had a lot of lows, but our guys showed up every day and did the very best that they could, and that's all that I could ask for them, from them, and that's it.
Marty, could you kind of describe the difficulties of formulating a game plan to attack Toffee over the course of this regional? It seems like Tyler Jackson was really the only guy that could really solve him.
Well, in Tyler Jackson's start, he was really good throughout their whole lineup, not just Toffee. Toffee's an outstanding player. He's a really good hitter, and he's a guy that covers the whole plate. He's very difficult to pitch to because he stays in the middle of the field and he can use the whole field. If you make a mistake, he can make you pay. He was their hottest hitter coming into the regional, and we knew that he was going to be very, very tough to deal with. So, that's the bottom line. He's a really good hitter, and he's seeing the baseball really well, and we made some mistakes to him. And when you make mistakes to good hitters, they make you pay. So you have to give him credit.
Logan, congratulations on making the all-tournament team. What are some of the things that you'll take with you from veterans like the guy you got sitting behind you?
I've learned a lot from them. It's really hard to see them go. It's hard, and I thought it was going to be saying bye to them. It was a really emotional time, but they taught us a lot, just how to play the game the right way. We'll take it with us.
Any other questions?
Andrew, this may be your last game. It's obviously your last game in the Clemson uniform. Pro ball may be an option for you, but just talk about what this program has meant to you going up and down the street.
It's everything that I ever could have imagined it being. I think if you were to cut me open, purple and orange would bleed out. I've given everything more to this program, and it's given me everything and more back. I would not change a single thing about my experience here. I've met some lifelong people, I've got some lifelong relationships that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. And being able to wear this jersey every single day and represent this program was, a dream of mine since I was a kid. And to say that, I got that opportunity and, could do something like trot out on the Doug Kingsmore every single day and play a game that I grew up loving. I don't think there's anything more that you could ask for. I'm forever indebted to this institution, this university, this program. I don't know. it's tough to elaborate on right now, but I love each and every one of my teammates. I love Coach Lee. I love my coaching staff, and I just appreciate the opportunities that I was given during my time here.
Coach, could you talk about Rudy and what he's meant to your team, especially these last 2 years?
Well, I told the guys after the game was over that I wanted to try to make sure that I showed the respect and appreciation for the players the right way. I didn't want to do it out on the field. I wanted to give them that moment when they're hurting, when the realization that the season's over for them. I wanted to give them that moment together, and I told them that I would meet with them after we meet with the media so that I could give them the respect that they deserve. And a lot of that comes from, a guy like Andrew Cox. When I was hired to be the head coach at Clemson, when I went to do my press conference, it was, one of the greatest days of my life and my professional life. And, there was one player who was there to greet me before I walked inside the football stadium to welcome me to Clemson, and it was Andrew Cox. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget him welcoming me to come into his family. And I had a group of players that, obviously were going through a transition, and, he was the one that led all the guys who had been in this program, to embrace me. And I embraced them, and I told them from day one that I was going to embrace these guys. And, Andrew's a guy that's and not only is he a great player, he is a great person. He's got incredible leadership skills, and he's a joy to coach because he gives so much effort. I can't tell you how many coaches that we play against that will come up to me and tell me that Andrew Cox is the reason your team has done as well as it's done, because of the energy and the positivity and the enthusiasm in which he brings to the ballpark every day and to our team. He does not take a pitch off, and he does it the right way. And it's why when he leaves this program and whatever he does, he's going to be successful, because people will gravitate towards him because of how good a man he is and how good of a leader he is. So, there's a group of people, there's a handful of kids that you get the chance to coach over your career that you look back and you say, I really, really enjoyed my time with that young man. Andrew Cox is definitely one of those guys. And that's going to be the biggest void going into next year, is who is going to assume that leadership responsibility and that energy that Andrew brought to this team and to this program every single day.
Any other questions? Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.